Welcome back. In this second video in the series, I'm going to look at specifically what you have to do to be a much smarter and profitable investor or trader. Now, smart investing is really quite simple. You need to go where the growth momentum is. I see too many people who are just stuck in markets that are basically going sideways. Secondly, you need to apply a consistent, coherent strategy that's been proven to work over a long period of time through all kinds of market cycles. Next, you need to treat it like a business. And again, most people come into the stock market and don't treat it like a business. And the final thing is, as much as you possibly can, to remove the emotion from your trading and investing decisions. Now, the shale gas and oil revolution, digital technology revolution, healthcare and biotechnology, undervalued stock markets, and also precious metals are all either in a bull market already or are just poised to start. And this is where the growth momentum is over the next few years. Now, the fundamental process that I use is quite straightforward. Firstly, I identify the best businesses in the high growth sectors. You then need to confirm that the outlook should remain robust for at least the next 2 years. Next is to establish a realistic fair value for the stock and seek to buy well below fair value. And then use charting techniques to identify the more productive times to buy the stocks, because just because the stock is fundamentally good doesn't mean now is necessarily the right time. So let's have a look at each one of those in turn. Firstly, identifying the best businesses. I look for strong and consistent financial performance over 3 to 5 years, and that involves looking at return on equity, the growth in profits, the free cash flow, very important, and also the debt levels and the dividend flow back to shareholders, and also the degree to which management buys back shares, because that boosts the earnings per share and hence the share price. The next thing to do is to confirm that there is an ongoing robust outlook. And that's why it's best to go where the real momentum sectors are, the ones where the drivers look to be fairly assured for the foreseeable future. Now, this requires quite a lot of dynamic research because circumstances are always changing. You can't just research a stock one day and assume that 6 months or 12 months later the situation will be the same. So it's a constant dynamic process. It also requires a detailed understanding of all the global drivers of stocks in general and stocks in that sector, because everything has to be looked at in context. The third thing to do is to establish a fair value, and that involves estimating earnings and dividend streams for up to 5 years out, and then discounting those back into today's dollars. And I'm seeking to buy at least 25% below fair value. And in these high growth momentum sectors, it's possible to buy at 50% below fair value. And it's almost impossible to do that in Australia. Now, finally, using charting techniques, some people say that you can't time the market, but the people that say that, I don't believe have any idea of how to do it. There are clear signs which provide substantial advantage in when to buy and when to sell. You just need to understand and be able to read the market signals, but it does give you a massive edge. Now, this process works. The world's best traders and investors have proven it for decades, and they've been generating consistent returns of 20% per annum and more over the long term, and that's pretty normal for people that use this approach. But the sad reality is that most people can't generate these sort of returns, because they lack the knowledge, they lack the structure or a plan, and they also lack the discipline to carry it out over a long period of time. Now, that's not a criticism, it's just a fact of life that most people are busy and don't really have the inclination or the knowledge to do the research properly. So you've got a couple of choices. The first thing you should do is to involve an expert. And you can use that expert to either teach and mentor you so that you are learning a skill for life, or that person could in fact do it on your behalf. They're the choices that you have. Now, this is my expertise and my passion. I've been doing this for nearly 3 decades. It's what I love to do, and it's what I believe I'm very good at doing. In the next video, I'll outline exactly how you can profit from trading global markets. This is not complicated stuff, but you need to know how to do it the right way. Now, I'm really enjoying making these videos for you guys, but would love to see some questions or comments below. Tell me what you liked or didn't like, and maybe what's holding you back from accessing these incredible trends. Now, if you're keen to get started, send me an email and we'll set up a time to discuss your options. I can teach you how to do it and hold your hand all the way, or if you want to keep it simple, then I can just do it all for you. That's it for this one. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cheers.